All right, let's get this over with. So as I mentioned in my video yesterday, we have the new unique equipment for a non-Legends Limited character, Sparking character. And then I said, post a comment with your predictions for who will get the new equipment next. So I sort of went through the list of Majin Buu Saga characters, and I gave a few picks on who I thought was possible. I did throw out this character as a possibility, but I didn't really think he was on the table for getting one. But it is actually going to be Green Fat Buu. Majin Buu Good is getting a unique equipment soon. They couldn't have at least told us what the equipment was going to be. They couldn't give us the information. It was too much info, huh, for them to just put the equipment here. Okay. Don't miss this powerful equipment. Sure, man. Sure. By the way, just in case you guys were wondering, I actually am going to be uploading soon. I don't know when, the next few days or so. A top 10 my personal top 10 most hated characters in Dragon Ball Legends history throughout my time playing this game since the game was in beta. I go through the top 10 most hated characters it's a personal subjective list for me, but I am telling you, this character's on the list. Fat Buu is on the top 10 of my most hated characters of all time. Now, here's the thing with this character getting this equipment is I feel like he's just a very annoying character to fight. He locks your strike cards. He locks you in so he can be used offensively as well as defensively. He provides support with his main ability. He's healing the whole team. He's healing like crazy himself. This character was literally unkillable when he first came out. I remember he came out shortly after the original Super Saiyan 4 duo, the purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the red Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And that purple suit, that brand new purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like, this guy was walling him with type disadvantage. That's how ridiculous this character was on release. And the main reason why was because of his stats. He had, here, let's take a look. Because DBC Space actually is still, it's still accurate when it comes to the stats here. These were his stats, and they still are his stats. 194,000 strike defense, 191,000 blast defense. You did not see this on any character. I don't care who you were. No character had stats like this. This was, I believe this guy was actually the first Zenkai to come out post the initial wave of 3 characters. So the first Zenkais we had were the red Super Saiyan Goku, we had the green Beerus, and we had the blue Broly. I think the next Zenkai was this Buu. I think it was him or Yellow Kid Goku. I think it was this guy, though. I have to go back and check to make sure. But this guy was like one of the first Zenkai characters. So no character had stats like this. And that's why Zenkai characters, when they first started the Zenkai system, were so broken, is because characters just couldn't stand up to these stats. And it was impossible to do damage to this character. Again, the newest purple characters couldn't even deal with them. It was a really, really stupid, dumb thing with the environment that they created. And I think that actually contributed a lot towards power creep, because they had to push past this, right? So his character sort of helped peddle that. And he created an environment where almost every single match went to timer. The combination of this character plus Blue Super Baby 2, that was when they increased the duration of matches. The matches used to not be 180 timer counts. I believe they were 150. I think they were 150, and then they increased the timer to 180 because literally every single match with this character in it went to timer, because he was actually immortal. So this character obviously getting a unique equipment, I guess, could be good for Regen, which it looks like they are building up or trying to build up in some way here. Makes sense thematically, because this is the Majin Buu Saga celebration, so they want to give Boos some representation here. Now, it'll be interesting to see how they handle this moving forward. Is this mostly just going to be a mechanic to, like, I guess, give a second Zenkai awakening to these characters that are really bad? Like, this Majin Buu sucks right now, straight up. Like, he obviously a god when he got his Zenkai, but he got his Zenkai, I think it was prior to the 2nd year anniversary. So we are quite a ways past this guy's prime. He was crazy when he came out. He is terrible garbage trash right now, period. So we'll have to see how powerful the actual equipment is going to be, because I'm telling you right now, like, people are looking at this and they're like, oh no, not again. This guy's going to be a monster. In order for this guy to actually be a monster, do you understand how busted this has to be the best equipment in the game by far for this guy to be good again. This character has 0% percent reduced damage received. You can't just get away with stats right now in this meta, in this day and age. You guys think Blue Gogeta? You guys think Ultra Blue Gogeta is going to get walled by this Majin Buu? This equip is going to not only have to give this character like at least 50% reduced damage received, but also type neutrality, endurance. Like literally, this is going to have to be the best equipment in the game by like 50 times for this character to be even remotely usable in any competitive environment whatsoever. So I'm a little bit concerned as to why they even decided to do this. Again, unless this is just going to be like a new, like literally this should be a new, this should be a new rarity of equipment. This needs to be a new rarity of equipment for this character to get a big enough boost to be able to compete at all against the current characters. Even like Beast Gohan going type neutral is going to crush this guy. I mean, again, stats don't cut it. We can take a look at what his kit is. Like, again, he has 0% reduced damage received anywhere in his kit. He does annoying things like no switching, which is, again, one of the reasons why I think he actually could be decent. He has the 5 timer count, no switching 3 times. So it's kind of like a pseudo purple 17 main ability, but you can't like choose when to use it. It just activates on entry. He gets 30% of damage received as HP healing. He does more damage when he gets hit. He heals when he changes cover by 15%, which was ridiculous. This was like the main reason why him paired up with Super Baby 2 was ridiculous. And then he locks enemy strike cards for 3 counts when he enters the battlefield, similarly to Blue Kaioken Goku. Blue Kaioken Goku obviously is better than this BUU in terms of the strike cards, because he seals enemy strike cards when he faces an enemy. This BUU is only when he enters the battlefield. And then he gets some extra damage, and then just gets some extra damage against Saiyans. But his main ability is good too. He heals and then gives 30% damage to allies for 20 counts, which is pretty good. But I mean, that's really it. This character is I mean, okay, sure, he gets reduced damage received on his green card, whatever. But it's only the next time he gets hit as well, so you can just like tap it off or quick attack it off, right? He is a pretty good bench character. If Regen gets like a monster green character, we have green Regen, and then we have Regen as the Z ability. Both defenses for Regen, double buff, strike and blast defense. And then we have green Regen as the Zenkai ability. This is exactly what you want to see in a Zenkai character, because he buffs the character via the Z ability and the Zenkai ability, so you can double up on the stats here. So if we get, again, like a monster, I don't know, like, again, we're expecting an Ultra BUU in part 2 of this celebration here. If that Ultra BUU ends up being green, which I hope he's not, I hope he's yellow, but if he is green, then this is the first character you're putting on your bench to help buff that new Ultra BUU character, right? Is this fat BUU. So that's a good aspect of this character, but in terms of him actually being relevant because of this unique equipment, I mean, it's not feasible. Do you guys understand how ridiculous this has to be? It's because he's coming into the battlefield with a whopping 0% reduced damage received. He's doing no damage, and he's locking for 3 counts, which doesn't really matter anymore unless you just have a really unlucky hand with 4 strikes. Characters these days have enough card draw speed, have enough key recovery to just sort of power through the lock for 3 counts. It's not that big of a deal. And then the healing on this character is not going to be enough to save him from just getting 2-shot by, every character in the game. So this is going to have to be some sensational equipment to even have an impact on this character. So we'll see. Maybe this is going to be like, I don't know, again, 40% reduced damage received when he enters the battlefield. Maybe it gives him endurance. Maybe it allows him to go type neutral and cover change or something. I don't know. He's going to have to get some godly, mega, like, never before seen juice level equipment to be relevant. I really am not a huge fan of this choice. This is a Zenkai character who terrorized the game on release. I think I've seen enough of this character for one lifetime. I am good. Let him rest in peace is what I would say about this. There are a lot of other characters that could have used this more. I think Red Buhan, who never really had a time to shine, could have used it. I think Blue Tien, who was okay on release, but he definitely wasn't as good as he should have been, deserves this equipment more than this BUU does. I think Angel Vegeta, the yellow Angel Vegeta, who was from the Kid BUU fight, which is where the LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta are from, that would have actually made a really good pairing with that character. He definitely deserved that equipment better than or more than this BUU did. But yeah, this is a very odd situation here. I just don't see this actually having any effect on anything. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will be like the greatest equipment we've ever seen by a country mile, but we will see tomorrow, I guess, because for whatever reason, they do not want to just give us the details of the equipment. They just gave us the character. Thank you, I guess. All right, and then I guess we'll just wrap up the video by going quickly through this post that they mentioned. Obviously, we already knew this guy was getting a Zenkai Awakening, but we'll see what they're talking about here. So Super Saiyan 2 Goku Zenkai Awakening is coming. Goku now has ways to lower sub count, including default -2 to own sub count. That's pretty good. When Goku is hit with an enemy's arts attack while on the field, reduces Dragon Balls by 1. Up to 3 times. So I think the way this works is that I think this actually works similarly to, let me see if I can pull up, I believe Yellow Rage Trunks has a similar ability to this, but he gets, where is he? He gets damage whenever he's hit by an arts card, but I think it's worded the same way. So whenever DBZ Space decides to actually load properly, we'll be able to, okay, here we go. Let's see. So we have, while this character's in the battlefield, the following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack, which is pretty much the same, right? When Goku is hit with an enemy's arts attack. So the way this Trunks works, if you guys don't know, is he gets, like, it's not when an enemy's attack is over, which is typically how these effects are worded. So typically you'll see, I don't know, who's like a good example of this? One that comes to mind is, because I just use this character for the event, is Purple Goku Black, which nobody cares about, but here he is. He has this effect over here. So Purple Goku Black gets damage inflicted whenever enemy attack is over. Where's that? Here we go. The following effects occur after enemy attack is over. He gets 50% damage inflicted. So the way this works is every time he's tap attacked, he's tackled, he's tap blasted, the enemy finishes a combo on this character, this will activate. The reason why this is different than the Rage Trunks mechanic, which is the same, should be the same as this Goku's mechanic, is that this activates per arts attack. Even if it's in the middle of the same, even if the enemy's comboing you for like 5 cards, every single one of those individual cards will be applying this buff to you. So every time they strike, blast, or special move within that combo, it'll be, you know, sort of contributing to the buff stacking. Which makes this character actually pretty interesting with this effect here, because that means that in the middle of one combo, he could be destroying 3 Dragon Balls, which is pretty good. That also means that you can sort of use this similarly to characters like LF Full Power Frieza, who destroy Dragon Balls on entry, right? Because if you cover change with this Goku, he's automatically going to destroy a Dragon Ball when the enemy's arts attack hits, which is guaranteed to happen for cover changing with him. So actually, these are pretty interesting effects here. I just really don't like the pick of this Super Saiyan 2 Goku, because his Z ability is terrible. Here's what I'll say. Where's Goku? I haven't pulled up. If this Goku, if they weren't stubborn and they actually did take the time to change Z abilities for Zenkai characters, and this wasn't just yellow, this character would actually potentially be a pretty interesting Zenkai Awakening. Because if they change this, for example, honestly, even if they just made this yellow and Majin Buu Saga, that would have been enough to at least heavily consider this character for a bench on the Majin Buu Saga team, which is clearly what they're trying to build up to. So I'm just really disappointed that this is his Z ability, because his Zenkai ability is going to be like, even if it's yellow Saiyan, and you put him on your bench, that means you pretty much have to be running a full yellow team, or at least a yellow blue team or something like that, because one or two of your characters are not going to be getting the Z ability, because you have to be running yellow, otherwise he's not going to be contributing to that. So it's just really not cohesive as a bench character, this Goku, because of the Z ability. But other than that, I feel like he actually could be okay. I just think there's better options for this, especially if they're going to be doing a Majin Buu Saga celebration like this, and just giving us like this is the character they advertised in the reveal and stuff. They showed this guy with like their full chest, and we're like, this is who we're Zenkai Awakening. And it's like, what? Okay, like it's like, who cares? Nice, dude. I mean, we'll see. What they put on here obviously is only a very, very small fraction of what he's going to be doing in terms of his total kit, but you know, it actually doesn't seem too bad. So I guess tomorrow we'll see what the full kit looks like. And if he at least gets the similar treatment that Red Majin Vegeta got, then he could be potentially pretty interesting. I just, again, really not a fan of the Z ability that he has. And I wish that they did change Z abilities when it came to Zenkai characters, because a lot of the time they just become bench characters. And if this character ends up becoming a bench character, he's not going to be a good bench character. I'll tell you that right now. So let me know down below what you guys think of this character getting a Zenkai Awakening, what little we know about him from the description on Twitter, as well as the, the green Fat Boo getting this equipment. What a joke. I guess we'll see what it looks like. This character needs the second coming of Jesus to actually be usable again, so maybe this equipment will be cracked beyond belief. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.